Sorry about that hideous music. It was looping. I didn't realize I forgot to plug my headset in. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, whichever day happens to be in your part of the world. Just got done flying with Just Some Aussie. Used to be formerly AKA Just Some Aussie Gamer. He's back flying. Great to see that. So this was going to do this morning, but decided to jump on and fly with him instead. Just picked this plane up this morning. It's from Deimos Inc. Deimos Inc. You will find we're going to be using this plane in our 100 sub special because Deimos Inc. has decided to back our 100 sub special and going to be giving away 2 of his aircraft. So, a little heads up on that. He decided to jump on and sponsor it, so we're going to fly this one today. It just came out. It's pretty much a hang glider with a trike. 2-passenger, 4-cylinder engine. Haven't flown it yet. We'll find out how good it is. It flies with hang glider style controls. No real rudder. This ought to be fun because I crashed my hang glider when I was 12. So, we all know how that goes. It's been a while since I've flown in an actual hang glider. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like the design of the little trike. Yeah, it looks like a pretty solid ultralight. We're going to find out how well it flies here in a minute. And speaking of Just Some Aussie, there he is. There's the man, the legend, without whom I wouldn't be streaming. No, it's all on you, buddy. I screw up, it's because of you. I gotta blame somebody. So this is it from the outside. Of course, it's kind of also it from the inside as well. Looks fairly well done, like most of his aircraft. Most of them are actually really fun to fly. I can't use F's. Fun fly. And I really wish somebody would actually fix this airport because none of these buildings are here in real life. Like, none of them. Except for the ones over there, the hangars. The only ones there. Alright, let's give her a ride. Whoa! Get back there. There's gauges. What do we have? We have a parking brake. We have a throttle. We have comms. That's about it. Master power switch. Everything has to be behind that bar. Not really much. Just need the magneto and the battery. Well, I can shut the pilot off. Well, that's always handy. You don't always need a pilot in there. Alright, let's give her... Oh, better shut that brake off while I'm thinking about it. Give her a go and let's see how well it flies. What is our takeoff speed on this little bugger? 45. Yeah, that's... That'll be easy. As usual on these little first flights, I'm up here at home where I learned to fly. I'll take it up over to the airbase where it's, if you're going to land, it's the best place in the world to land because it's a giant ass runway and plenty of room for mistakes. It's 45, get to rotate. Oh yeah, she jumped up nicely. That's cool, it put a couple on the runway. I don't know if it's got trim. We'll see. Has it got trim? Yeah, it's got trim. Oh, whoa, I got trim way too high. There we go. And it's touchy. That's right. That's the joy of these first flights. I shouldn't be trying to say first flight over and over. There's a sewer plant. Spin over my childhood home while we're here. I wonder why I always used to ride my bike down to the airports because it was close. I lived right there. Hey Stu, how's it going, mate? Now you damn Aussies got me saying mate. It's all your fault. Yeah, pretty much. It's got a code on the dash. I had to try scanning it someday. QR code scanner. See if he stuck a real one in there or not. Fly up the big lake, up to the big lake, and rather than try to get this little beast up and over that mountain like we usually do, I think I'm going to rip down through the notch on the side. It flies like a hang glider, I'll say that. You swing underneath it, and you can tell you're, yeah, you can feel that you're underneath. It literally feels like you're underneath it. It flies like that, and it feels like that, like you're swinging underneath. That's so far. So far, it feels like what it is. I mean, you let off your controls and you swing underneath. It does feel like it. I only got my throttle about 50%. It does. The winds blow it, toss you around pretty good because you're in a hang glider. Don't get you started on QR codes. So much paper renting various countries. Oh. Yeah. I don't even have a QR code scanner on my phone, so I don't really want to put one in. Used to come up here to these little ponds. Used to walk across the river down here and come up to these little ponds and go fishing in the summertime with my grandfather. And you'd catch a mess load of fish because nobody ever come up here. There's a house there now. Matter of fact, I think you can even see the water inlet where they get water out of it now. Yep, there's the house and there's the water inlet. Yeah, it performs like expected. Pretty drastic. We'll try a stall when we get closer to the airport. I don't know. I don't even know if it can be easy to how the hell you even recover from a stall without a rudder. Get down a little lower on the right now we're doing just about 85, between 85 and 90. And we're gonna hit into the yellow up close to 100, trying to dive down into this canyon. Not much of a canyon, it's a notch. It's a fun drive. Gonna have to do a low and extremely slow flight. Next Tuesday. I do like how it feels like you're swinging underneath. Yeah, I don't know that the whole Murray-Darling River in Australia. It's funny because I was looking for one too to fly up to Victoria Falls in Africa because it's really twisty, like way too twisty for anything with any turn of speed on it. There's a ski resort. Anything with any kind of turn of speed on it would just too twisty for that, but I think this will be great for that run. It's gonna take me a while to get to Plattsburgh. I can probably drive it just as fast. I shouldn't be using all these F words. Oh, I can't wait. Get the impressions done Thursday. Hopefully a couple weeks and get the teeth in, then I can stop sounding like an idiot. Yeah, it's really hard to tell somebody to F off when you can't say that really well. They just laugh at you. It's like, oh, you're being serious? Oh. You can't drop the F-bomb on somebody and have it come out half whistly, half air. It's nice. I'd like one of these in real life. Got a beast of a motor on it. Big old town of Wilmington. Oh, I hear it. I hear it when I say, like, flying. They're going fast. Drives me nuts. I don't know how much they are in real life. I gotta look up more information on real life. But the fact that they have a 4-cylinder Lycoming in them, they're probably a bit on the expensive side for an ultralight aircraft, but that's a rock solid motor. I mean, that thing's bulletproof. Or Rotax, excuse me, not Lycoming, Rotax. But still, it's liquid cooled at that. Big old radiator. Where we're going here. Follow the river. There's Hazleton Lumber Company. We're gonna buzz Jim's house. Mr. Jim has an original Cub. Hey, here's a little private airstrip and a oh dear lord, I always forget the name of it. You got an old biplane as well, old 9-cylinder rotary biplane that he keeps in right here. His own little private airstrip. Mr. Jim, I met him when I was a little kid. I've been up in his Cub. I have not been up in his Stearman. That's it, Stearman. I know, I remember it. I'm still floored that I can fly around my backyard and recognize everything in a sim. Still find that amazing. And push the throttles all the way to the max here, otherwise we'll be all day. There's one for sale in Serbia for 26,000 euros. What's that? I don't know. That's not bad for a full-blown aircraft. That's You don't need a license to fly. It's still considered an ultralight, at least in the US. Yeah, probably. Gonna buzz my house real quick. I'm so happy that so far it's stalled. They wanted to build $100 million homes up here on this stretch of green up here. Yeah, for an aircraft, absolutely. I'm kind of glad so far that's fallen through. Right there, that brown thing is my garage. And we roll around, and right in front, and the trees right there is my house. The green roof right there. Good morning, good afternoon, Bjorn. How you doing today? Just buzzing my house and taking this aircraft out for the first flight. I just bought it this morning. It's part of my first flight series. When I buy it, I fly it live for the first time and see how badly I do. I'm well, thank you. I'm doing very well. We'll be flying a regular stream tonight, the TVM Tuesday. We'll be on tonight. Next week on Tuesdays, our 100 subs special. I live in a pretty part of the world. My rivers, my mountains. Hello, Donatello. Donatella, excuse me. Terribly sorry. Yeah, it's because I haven't tried to land it yet. It's the landings and the stalls that get to be the handfuls. We're going to head for the airport and we'll gain a little bit more altitude on the way there so we can try a stall. And we'll see what happens then. We'll see how we work out with the stalls. I'm trying to remember my whole training of stalling a hang glider, but like I said, I crashed that back when I was 12. Oh, that's all good. Thanks for stopping by even for a minute. This is a Tanarg 912. Just came out by Deimos Incorporated. Just came in the sim. I think it's only like $10 right now too. So it's really reasonably priced. It's pretty solid. The controls actually, well, it's hard to see when it's flying, but it does move the control bar like you would a regular one, and it really seems to fly like a hang glider. I enjoy it. It reminds me a lot of flying the hang glider where you're swinging underneath, and it has that feeling to it. Like I say, I'm not going to get into full in-depth major reviews. It's just me flying it for the first time. I'll leave the reviews to the people like Banjo Frog and Brett Plays, who will do all the reviews. I just take them out for the first flight when I buy them, do a live first flight, try to embarrass myself a couple times. You can get it with full Garmin and autopilot. Holy crap, could you imagine a full glass cockpit in this little thing? Where the hell would you put it? That'd be madness, I tell you. Madness. I'll be flying this later on, now that I've got my first flight out of the way. I will definitely be flying this in VR later. It's just have nothing to have nothing to look at around you is going to be excellent in VR. He did a good job with it. I mean, the seats look nice. Everything looks... Well, it's funny because everything looks like new but used a little bit. Like it's got a couple little scrapes and bumps on it. Doesn't look pristine. But it doesn't look like it's beat up. Yeah, they're carbon fiber. That's what they are. That's why you can have such a big tub and have it still be so light. There's the runway we're heading for. That nice long one right there. One of the longest runways in the Northeast. It's an old military base, bomber base. A nuclear bomber base. So that's one of the reasons the runway is so long. It's the same garment as the Cub single screen. Oh, that makes sense. No, I think I got enough altitude to try a stall, do I? Where am I? Yeah, 4,500 feet. Airport of Venice, Marco Polo Airport. No, I haven't. But if you give me a half a second, I will jot that down. Because I'm always looking for new places to fly out of. You know, add that to the list. I will definitely put that on my list of places to go soon. No, I don't need a runway that length, but by God, have you seen me try to land some of these planes at that runway? It's the sheer fact it's that wide makes it nice too. Oh yeah, I could probably touch this thing down at most of these farmers' fields out here. Farmers' fields, God, that sounds awful. Alright, well, I think we got enough altitude. Let's try cutting the power. We're going to a little bit of a climb, lose this airspeed and see what it does. And see how it stalls out and how bad it is to recover. Yep. Not bad. Typical stall, nose down, which will allow us to pick the airspeed up, and we're out of the stall. Nice. I forget because it's a single wing. That's how it's going to stall. Do it again. Yep. Beautiful stall characteristic. There, we dropped good that time. Put the power back on. Pull it out. Yeah, this thing's a dream to fly when it comes to that stuff. It is. It's crazy easy to control, and it pulls itself out of the stall, much like the Tanargs, which is one of the reasons I like them. They pull themselves out of stalls. The first thing to lose is when your stall is your nose. Why am I not gaining any speed though? Engine still on? Yeah. Get my nose down a little. Still running nose high, that's why. There we go. Venice looks incredible in the sim. Oh, I'll definitely put it on the list. Maybe we'll take this there for low and slow for a low and slow flight around Venice. We'll do low and super slow. You're going to pick up the new F-22s, Stu? I haven't decided which new aircraft I'm going to get other than this one for this month. I'm trying to limit myself to one aircraft a month. I think last month I bought 4. So yeah, I got to watch that. Especially with taking this entire month off. So... I gotta limit myself to one plane, and I'm not sure which one I'm getting. Not me, but no. No, we don't fly giant tubes in the air full of people. I think they already locked me into a flight the other day saying that if we hit, I think it's 500 subs, I have to fly a 747. And that includes startup and everything, so yeah, that's not going to be pretty. So luckily I doubt we're going to get that far, so I'm in the clear, but... The closest I come to a jet, that style, that I fly is the Longitude. Because I can actually land that one. I do gotta pull my throttles back and get some altitude or we'll never get down to that runway. There's Burlington over there. Big city of Burlington, Vermont, the other side of the lake. What is my attitude? That's the problem. There. I'm having trouble with my attitude because I don't have an artificial horizon on there. So I keep wanting to pull too high up. I think I got my nose tipped, my head tipped down too far. Yeah, I'll probably like the Honda Jet. Probably. Absolutely. But I don't like the big giant airliners. Just not a fan of flying them. The closest I get to that style of flight is the TBM Tuesdays, where we load up and fly all autopilot, except for the last 45 minutes we go down on the deck and hand fly it. Everything below me down there, all those nice straight lines, are most of these fields aren't actually fields, they're orchards. They're apple orchards. There's quite a few fields now for corn. There's a giant dairy that just opened up. There, go around again. It's still too high. There's a really neat story about this little island right here that during one of the wars between I don't know if it's a French and Indian War or if it's a Civil War, but that island right there, in the middle of the night, they put lanterns and stuff on it, a flag on it, so it looked like a ship. And the British shot the hell out of it during the night, thinking it was a ship, and in the morning they found hidden around the backside of the island was the rest of the fleet of the enemy that came around and sunk them because they were out of ammo. They wasted it all trying to sink an island. You'd have to do a Gowan regional, yeah. More like hire Gowan to do scenic flights. I love the MiG-29. It's a lot of fun. But man, oh man. It gets, and I'm not sure if it's a flight characteristic to the aircraft or if it's just something in the programming. I'm not sure, but it gets sloppy when you come in for a landing. Like squishy. That's the only way to describe its flight characteristics, is it gets squishy. When you go slow and try to land, it's like, yeah, it's the only way to describe it, squishy. This runway was, this runway was a backup runway for the space shuttle. That's how long it is. That's right, I had no rudders. I don't know why I'm trying. I only have light wind on and this thing's a bugger. Bugger to get straight. Uh-oh. We got the wind coming right down the runway. I would not want to try to land this with a tailwind. I would think that would be very bad. Oh, look at this. You float for miles. We'll be flying from Venice to San Diego via Munich. So that is... Thank you. That was pretty nice. This little bugger... I'll say I will be flying it again more than once. I'll probably be flying it again today, just not on stream and VR at some point. Yeah, I was just going to ask, in sim or in real life? It'd be a nice flight either way. But that is the Tanarg 912 by Deimos Inc. I would absolutely recommend getting it if you're looking for this type of aircraft. It's absolutely stable, easy to fly. Feels like you're in a actually feels like you're in a hang glider style aircraft, hanging underneath that pivot. It definitely. Yeah, I think right now it's $10 in the store. If I'm not mistaken. It might be 19, but I'm pretty sure it's 10. I think it's like $9.99 US. Oh, in real life, that'd be an awesome flight. Yeah, it's a fun little plane. I will give it that. Like I say, he managed to capture. I'm not sucking up to him because he's sponsoring the 100 user special, but you feel like you're hanging underneath it on that pinion. He's managed to capture that type of flight, so I enjoy it very much. And Donatella, you make sure you have a very safe flight tomorrow and have fun in San Diego. Alright, I'm just getting a drink. Ugh, mouth's dry today. Have a safe flight. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to call it a day here on this little plane. I would definitely do not regret purchasing it. It's going to be one I'm going to fly. Like I said, it'll probably be part of the 100 subscriber special, and I think we're going to be giving one of these away. We're going to give one of these away, and we're going to give away one other of his aircraft. I'm not sure which one yet. But we'll be giving away 2 Deimos aircraft. So we'll see y'all in about 7 hours with the TBM Tuesday. And until then, you all have a great day. And have a safe, like I said, have a safe flight tomorrow. And be good.